What I think you guys should do first for this problem is put a star on here. And this is one of the most missed problems. Okay, and as you guys are going through getting ready to study for your quiz, study for your test, do look through your notes and go through this, because this problem might be the most missed, but it's not because of the level of difficulty. It's just most missed because you forget like a key step that helps you to solve for it. So we're first going to replace the function with y. So it's just this notation it's saying to replace. So in my brain, I'm going to say like, oh, this is y. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to switch the x and y. So that's going to be my first step, is to switch x and y. So instead of the y here, I'm going to have x equals and then 2y plus 1 over y minus 1. Now what this does for us is this now is going to provide all the points x and y for my inverse function. But if I want to graph my inverse function, I need to solve for that y. So that is going to be our goal here. All right, so the next thing you want to do is multiply both sides by the denominator. So multiply both sides by the denominator. So what you'll end up with is y minus 1 times x and y minus 1 here. And then what happens is when we multiply both sides, this guy's going to cancel out, and so we no longer have a fraction to deal with. Okay? What do you guys think the next step is going to be? If this is what you have, what are you going to do? So right now we have y minus 1 times x equals 2y plus 1. What would you do? If you have this, what do you think a good next step would be?
Move all the y's to one side.
Not yet. Yeah, thinking distribute x.
Oh, great.
So then we're left with xy minus x equals 2y plus 1. All right, so once we have this, what are you going to do?
Move y's to one side.
Move y terms to one side. So how many y terms do we have right now? We have 2. So we're going to move one of them. But what we want to do, not only are we going to move the y terms to one side, we only want the y terms on that side. So let's say I decide to subtract 2y. What do I need to do on the left-hand side to get the y terms by itself? Good. We're going to add x. All right, so once we do that, we have xy minus 2y equals x plus 1. You might have 1 plus x, that's fine. Okay, next step. What do you think you're going to do? Our goal is to get one y, but we have 2 y's here, so that's where it creates a problem. This is a part where a lot of people really get stuck. Okay, what do these two terms have in common? They both have a y, and anytime you have two terms with a common thing, we can factor it out. Excellent. So here we're going to factor out y. No. Yeah, you can have negative 2 plus x. If you had done, wait a second, listen. If you had moved this xy to the other side, that would be different, and that would be fine. All right, next step. How do we get y by itself? How would we get this y by itself? Yep, divide. All right, and then the last step is to just change the notation. So instead of using y, we're not trying to look for a y equals, we're using function notation. Okay, so instead of y, we're going to use the inverse function notation equals x plus 1 over x minus 2.